It's time for week 3 of the P4G Pokemon Draft League. After a narrow 1-0 victory last week, your LA Wakers are taking on the Shanghai Dreigons. Elly's team is incredibly threatening, with Politoed to set up rain for both Volcanion and Thunder Jolteon, a Lucario that can run Swords Dance or Nasty Plot sets, good defensive pivots like Serena and Comfy, and 2 insanely powerful Terra Captains, a Cacturn that can Terrasilize into a Dark, Ground, or Fairy type, and a Clawitzer that can Terrasilize into a Water, Dragon, or Electric type. Her team packs a bunch of strong special attackers, so we're starting off this week's team with Assault Vest Heracross to tank some hits. Close combat muscles through Clawitzer and Cacturn, knockoff for Golurk, and Stone Edge to hit Talonflame. But our ace in the hole is the move Upper Hand to stop a Swords Dance Extreme Speed Lucario in its tracks. I went Adamant Max Attack and Max Speed to outspeed Max Speed Serena and Timid Volcanion. But switching into Volcanion's Water and Fire moves can be a problem, that's why we have Special Defensive Water Absorb Quagsire, which also doubles as a Jolteon answer that can set up spikes or threaten both with Earth Power. Encore Stop setup or locks a Pokemon like Clawitzer into Dragon Pulse or Aura Sphere, and of course I have my reliable recovery. I went with Heavy Duty Boots just in case she brings Spike's Quillfish. Nasty Plot Pecharunt looks insane in this game, even if my opponent has both Cacturn and Hisuian Quillfish. Because of my natural physical bulk, I can tank crunches and knockoffs and do damage back with Rocky Helmet. A boosted Shadow Ball can deal with Lucario, and Malignant Chain lets me keep Comfy in check. Recover allows me to throw this Pokemon in repeatedly on physical attackers since I always have that reliable healing. And I went enough speed for Adamant Lucario. In case Elly wanted to bring a Choice Specs Talonflame plus Politoed to spam Hurricane with Gale Wing's priority, I decided to bring Assault Vest Cloth this week, which can also double as a Jolteon check because I am running Terra Grass. I'm faster than both Max Speed Serena and Volcanion, and can threaten both with Stone Edge. High Horsepower lets me deal with Lucario, Trailblaze lets me smack Politoed, and Knockoff is there for Golurk prior to Terrasilization. And my Regenerator ability allows me to switch in this Pokemon multiple times. My next Pokemon is Registeel to always tank hits from Comfy and get up Stealth Rock or threaten it with Heavy Slam. I have Earthquake to 2 KO Hisuian Quillfish and ignore its Intimidate with my Clear Body. Because of my special defense EVs, I can live one modest Choice Specs Aura Sphere from Clawitzer and threaten it with Explosion, as it'll put me in Custap Berry range, which can also allow me to deal with Talonflame later. Last, I went with Choice Specs Modest Noivern, as Hurricane has only one switch in on that team and I can knock it out with a Draco Meteor. With Frisk, I don't have to worry about guessing my opponent's items. And Switcheroo can allow me to hinder a defensive Pokemon. Even though I'm bringing both Stealth Rock and Spike, I went with Defog just because if my opponent opts to Hazard Stack me, it could be a harder game. Because the only 2 Pokemon that naturally outspeed me on our team are both Talonflame and Jolteon, there was no point in putting speed, so I went just enough for a timid Lucario, with the rest into HP to take a boosted extreme speed. So that's my team for week 3 of the P4G Pokemon Draft League. If you enjoy the Draft League content, consider subscribing. I upload it every single Sunday and I upload competitive Pokemon every single day. My end of the year goal is 500,000 subscribers and you can help me get there. Also, please check out my opponent Elly. She has been in the scene so long and she's absolutely hilarious. You won't regret it. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to Amo, Maverick Shooters, and Tone for the help this week, and Pedro for all the amazing editing. I've held you up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, week 3 of the P4G Pokemon Draft League. I'm taking on Elly, as y'all know. She's absolutely hilarious, and her team is very, very scary. So definitely go check out her side if you haven't. I told myself that if I saw Golurk, I'm leading off with Choice Specs Crigis, because that allows me to figure out what item it is and kind of play from there. Her team is basically a bunch of hard hitters into my balance, so this is very tough, but I'm excited to see how the matchup goes. I really, really am. A lot of great Pokemon there. Basically, all those Mons I individually feared, and I hope they weren't on the same team. They are. They are. That's fine, though. That's absolutely fine. But the good thing is that Frisk is such a broken ability in draft, man. Like, prep just gone. Just being able to see, yep, there's Golurk. Being able to see what item you're running. Is it AV? Is it Choice Band? Is it Focus Sash? Let's find out. Focus Sash. Sash. All right. Good to know. We are going out into Poltergeist here or Ice Punch immediately. I think we got to go my boy Cloth. We may end up losing Cloth early, which isn't the end of the world, but it's definitely a loss. It's just that if she has Ice Punch, it's a problem. If she has Ice Punch, it's a problem. Absolute problem. So I have to switch. And if she Poltergeist, at least I get a knockoff. I wish I had U-turn at least to break the Sash, but it doesn't really make a difference. Look at Cloth go. Look at it. Such a sick shiny. Stone Edge comes out. Does a good chunk. Poltergeist is not going to miss / cannot miss on me. I guess I Terra Grass anyway. It's not like Poltergeist. This mon is amazing in this game regardless, right? Like, I need to break the sash, period. I need to break the sash. So I'm going to Terra Grass. If she goes for Earthquake or Dynamic Punch, I'm good. Obviously, Poltergeist will be able to knock me out, period. Like, there's no denying that that will be able to knock me out. So, my Terra Captain, which I'm very excited about and very excited to use this season, unfortunately basically dies right now. But I do deny rocks, which I think is very important too. Yeah. And her switch-ins to my Pecharunt are almost non-existent on this team. So, in a decent spot. But yeah, I'm assuming a Poltergeist is going to come out. Really wish that was Ice Punch because there's a role where I live Poltergeist after, but nothing happened here. Yeah. So I Terra. Maybe even going for Trailblaze is better than Knockoff, all things considered, because that'll keep my Heracross's knockoff pretty strong. Yeah, so Poltergeist should come out. Can't miss. Let's see. Rocks. Oh, amazing. Okay, okay. SR. Okay, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock. Yeah, that's the 2 S's. What am I even thinking about? That's amazing. Okay, cool. We can follow it up with a Trailblaze here. Allows me to outspeed her team. I can defog these rocks. I was not expecting Cloth to survive this game, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, it allows me to outspeed her team and then put in a lot of work. It also hits Clawitzer really, really hard if she wants to go hard into Clawitzer. On like a second knockoff. If she wants to go Lucario. This allows me to knock it out with high horsepower after. So, there you go, Cloth. Shout out to my boy Grave Juice as well. Huge supporter. Alright, so, you go down. Giant threat gone. Don't gotta worry about Go Alert. Perfect. Cloth's first KO of the season. Good job, Cloth. Very good job, honestly, Cloth. Great job. Great job. All right, so 2 Terra Captains. Both Cacturn and Clawitzer. They both have incredible Terra stuff they could do here, too. Cacturn is Dark, Ground, and Fairy. And Clawitzer is Water, Dragon, and Electric. All our threats. If Clawitzer comes out, though, I think I sack this mon just to go for Stone Edge damage. If Talonflame comes out, I'm okay. It's funny that the weakest mon on my team is my Quagsire because there's no Volcanion, there's no Politoed, no Quillfish or anything like that. I was just making sure I was recording. I am. Thankfully. Oh my god. Dude, that's the worst, man. When you get into a video and my audio wasn't working too, that's the absolute worst. Goat came out. There is Cacturn. I do want to get damage on this, and switching into this Pokemon is really difficult for me. So I think I simply go for a Stone Edge here. It's going to do roughly half to Cacturn. I mean, if it's no HP, actually, Cacturn takes 1,000,000,000%. And if this gets a crit, it actually can kill. Could be Terra Ground. Let's find out. Okay, she does Terra Cacturn. What Terra is that? Read the stuff so you don't mix it up either. Dark? Could be Dark. That is Dark. Oh, Dark. Terra Dark Cacturn is nasty. So Clawitzer's always a water type in this. Let's see if we miss a Stone Edge. You don't. What an absolute go. And yeah, that's offensive. And that's a Dark Pulse. I doubt I tank this because of the Terra. Yeah. I doubt I tank that. But I'll take that KO there beautifully. So looking pretty good right now with my Pecharunt. Most likely Specs, but... I want to say that's Specs, most likely. 176. It doesn't have to be Specs. Does not have to be Specs. I think this is a Heracross play, though. I think this is definitely a Heracross play. And this is at like, what, 30% almost? Less. It's about 25. That's roughly 25%. Let's see the HP bar. We can actually find the entire thing. No, that's 30. Cool. I could Stone Edge here to pick up the KO. It would also hit Talonflame upon switching and Comfy. I'm going to throw off a raw Stone Edge here. Just because, again, picking up the KO and potentially Talonflame could go crazy for me. This turn, I think Comfy definitely comes in. But, again, potentially getting Talonflame. Vibe check feels like Comfy. Yeah. Potentially getting Talonflame would be amazing. It also bluffs that I'm Choice Scarf. I don't get my damage off on that mon, which is a little bit unfortunate. Do I want to CC here because I have a Registeel? I kind of do. I'm going to CC. I won't die to Dazzling Gleam anyway. And if she wants to double predicting Registeel, I want to hit Lucario, Clawitzer, or Cacturne hard as hell. I feel very confident versus Comfy. So, worst case, she Leech Seeds here. Also, yep, there's a double. Don't go Talonflame. Go Lucario. Shrimpy goated. Clawitzer is beautiful. All right. Catching the Clawitzer is great. Like, actually amazing. Hell yeah. Beautiful turn. Beautiful, beautiful turn. I'm going for it again. That's amazing. Yeah, she has to switch. So that's at 30% too. So that dies later. Vibe check. Would you make the play again? Would you make the play again? Ooh, big damage? Rocky Helmet or what? Would you make the play again, though? Rocky Helmet. Yeah, it is Helmet. Rocky Helmet. Would you make the play again, though? Let's see. Let's see if she makes the play again. I did switch first, which confirms I'm faster. I could have also checked, I guess, the damage. Sorry. I'm trying not to drink water into my mic, and I do it anyway. She does go for Leech Seed. And gets an unfortunate miss. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that. Heavy Slam looks free. I'm so sorry, Elly. Leech Seed. Heavy Slam looks free. Could get up rocks, but I think Heavy Slam's just better. I don't want her staying in. Clawitzer takes 30 to 34% from Heavy Slam. Cacturne will die at the range it's at. It hits Lucario for some decent damage too. That's a rough miss. I'm so sorry. I wonder if she either expects rocks and goes for Leech Seed again, or tries to pivot, like I said, into that Clawitzer. I'm only Heavy Slamming because Comfy, it's not, I don't think it's too much of a threat. I'm assuming it's Draining Kiss. Shrimp, yep, that's Clawitzer. Ooh, that did 0. That Clawitzer's basically max HP. It's really HP invested. Oof. So, Aura Sphere to my Quag. If it's specs, 2-hit KOs. Otherwise, if it's not specs, my Quag is not 2-hit KO by anything here. So I'm going you. It has to be specs to 2-hit KO. Otherwise, it does not 2-hit KO. And it lets me get up a spike. So let's see. Aura Sphere comes out. It literally has to be specs to 2-hit KO. On a crit, did 1,000,000,000%. On a crit, would do max 226. That'd be at 168. That would be from non-specs, right? So, critical hit. Oh, that's, yeah. What am I saying? On a crit, it does 339, 288. That did 270. It could be timid specs. But yeah, it has to be Specs, I think. I think that has to be Specs. I'm going Heracross. Because it also entices Lucario later to go for one. This thing doesn't die, but it also entices Lucario later to go for E-Speed versus me. Yeah, it's Specs. Yeah, that's Specs. Heracross. Oh, that's super Specs. Yeah. I think. Knockoff time anyway. Comfy probably comes out. Vibe check, yep. Smart. Get rid of that Rocky helmet at least for later. Let's get rid of that Rocky helmet. So again, I always have upper hand. If it goes for Leech Seed, Quagsire does take 2. Ooh, this is a good game. That crit's a little bit annoying, but this is a good game. She also missed Leech Seed initially, so I'll go Quag. If she wants to healing with, if she wants to go for Synthesis. And if she stays low, it's worse for her. As long as Pecharunt's in later, I think Pecharunt's in a great spot to win. So, we go Quag. She does Draining Kiss. It does not 2-hit KO me. So I can get up a Spike. Which I definitely will. Even if Clawitzer comes out, I will get up a Spike. I will definitely get up a Spike. I think Synthesis is definitely a move. It's definitely not... could be Taunt too, but... It's Giga Drain. Okay. Giga Drain. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Pecharunt time, baby! It's Pecharunt time, baby! So maybe it's Calm Mind last, but I'm in a decent spot. I'm going for Nasty Plot here, for sure. Offensively, this Mon's a threat. Lucario comes right out. Is it Specs too? Bro, if this is Specs as well, this is nasty. But I would definitely Shadow Ball anyway. I guess I gotta be careful around Sucker Punch and stuff too, but we always Shadow Ball here. If it's physical, I have the Rocky Helmet. Yo. Or is this Specs as well? Did she bring triple Specs plus friends? That's wild if that's the case. I love it though. I love it though. That's wild, but I love it. This 2-shots Luke. Her team's so scary. Her team is so scary. I do feel like though with the double Specs you can afford to go physical with this Lucario. I do think you could afford to go physical. Oh, I'm faster. That's great. That's amazing. She goes for Psychic. Oh, your boy eats. Let's go. Gets a spin up drop, which is a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Talonflame is threatening. At 106 HP, Talonflame is threatening. Talonflame definitely threatening. How much does Brave Bird do? Brave Bird. Yeah, it does, if its max attack has a shot to knock me out. Also, the spin up drop makes Comfy a lot more annoying, for sure. That crit on Quag was a little bit rough. That's alright though. It's all good. I did dodge the Leech Seed as well. So, she would have actually had more HP. What's being sacked here, Clawitzer? Shouldn't be goated. Okay, okay. Let's go, Pecharunt. I can always recover later, so worst case scenario. Yeah, worst case scenario, I can always recover later. And also, Lucario is in range of one Shadow Ball. Caw! Brave Bird everything. Always Reggie. Always Reggie. Even this is Flare Blitz. Overheat. Yeah, that spit out drop was nasty for this. That didn't do much though. I need to find a situation where I can recover. I definitely need a situation where I can recover. If I go for an attack here, yeah, this is one of the toughest games. She's modest too. Oh, that's just a lot of damage. I'll get a Brox. Oh, yeah, just U-turns. The reason I want Rocks up is because I need to sack. I think I need to sack him on in order to bring out my... I need to sack him on in order to bring out my Specs Hurricaner. Click Specs Hurricane, and then basically find a situation where I can recover with Noivern in front of Talonflame. I think that's what I need to do. So I'm assuming the homie comes out. Because I have to be able to recover. Lucario could be the sack here too, to be honest. And it could just go for Dark Pulse or something. That is Cacturn? That's Cacturn, makes sense. Alright, so we get a Brox anyway. Maybe it wasn't the attack. Maybe the better, but just because if Talonflame was like choice in some sort of way, that was the play. I think from this position, I sack this. I need to recover with Pecharunt, because Pecharunt's definitely the Mon that's going to be putting in work for me. Like, Pecharunt is super the Mon that's going to put in work for me. So I sack you, Mr. KID. Oh, okay, killer. I see you. I'm going to defog. Dark Pull. I'll go for Upper Hand just in case Sucker Punch. Yeah, no Sucker Punch for you. Let's go. All right, Cacturn doesn't get the Sucker on me. Perfect. So Cacturn does not get the Sucker Punch on me. You know, this also actually stops Draining Kiss 2, which is funny. Which could arguably be worse for me. So, we'll see. We'll see. I would love to see a reaction to that as well. Nice Upper Hand. Let's go. Good job, Heracross. Nice job, Heracross. Also, as long as Noivern defogs, I think Pecharunt's an okay spot. We'll see, so. We'll see. Caw! I'll do this as well, just in case she clicks Brave Bird here. It's Overheat and U-turn. Overheat. U-turn. We'll see. Because I do live Brave Bird from... Yeah. Yeah, okay, I figured that's what's going to happen. Comfy. If Luke comes out... Because if it's not max attack, if it's Hurricane, I mean, it's not the... I'm not in the greatest spot. Don't get me... I'm not in the greatest spot. I have to get a recover off. This is such a great game. Her team is so threatening. I love the way she's playing it. I do not mind if I lose here. It's such a great game. Noivern. Comfy. Draining Kiss does not ever kill Noivern, even if it's max. Yeah, even if it's max, can never kill me. Leech Seed, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain. Synthesis last, maybe? Vibe check. All right, there's Comfy. Has to be Comfy. Have to defog here. Literally have to defog. Because I need to make sure that my Pecharunt lives an attack. So defog always my play. Draining Kiss, I live it. Yup. Defog that away. Perfect. Hmm. 25% of my health is 75%. Will put me at 262. 262. It's 120 that Draining Kiss did, which is no special attack investment, most likely, or just very little. Yeah, that's no special attack investment. Which means I should be able to go out to Registeel here. Even if she doubles. I should be able to go Registeel here. There's a Leech Seed. Okay. That's actually a good Leech Seed. I think that's actually a good Leech Seed for me. Because I should get... I think I get into Custap range, which will allow me to explode on Talonflame. I'm gonna Earthquake, in case they go Lucario. That will allow me to explode on Talonflame. I want... Well, in theory, anyway. Yeah, that's Lucario. So I killed Lucario. Maybe getting a Brock Storm in Custap would have been better, but... Let's see. So I KO Lucario, which is great. It's such a great game. It is such a great game. Good call! I don't know why. I don't like that I said, yeah, Rule 34. That's Lucario. Oh, my mind, man. So we go Noivern here. We know they're heavy duty boots anyway, right? Let's see. Noivern comes out. Kragis. Nice, they're boots. There's Overheat. Perfect, perfect. We definitely go back to Reggie here. We for sure go back to Reggie here. On a potential Hurricane or Brave Bird. That is 72, which means... Overheat. Technically Specs is... Technically clicking Specs move is the play, I guess, but... 114... There's like no... Is that no special attack invested? At all? Alright, she switches. Perfect. Let's see if the double worked. Let's see if the double worked. Reggie! Explosion on Talonflame won't even pick up the KO, I bet. I think I actually go you. In case she Leech Seeds. Man, I'm kind of regretting not having the Rock Slide over Stealth Rock, because I would obviously Rock Slide this turn, but man, I'm going Pecharunt though, because Draining Kiss won't two-shot me, and as long as I get a recover off, I think Pecharunt can win. So, if she goes for Leech Seed, and then tries to endgame with Talonflame after, predicting like Rock Slide or something, I'm gonna do this play. I did switch first. Okay, I got the play right. Let's go. I got the play right. Leech Seed does not matter as long as I get a recover off. Leech Seed does not matter as long as I get this recover off. This was all for this turn right here. All for this turn right here. Because Draining Kiss does not kill me. Draining Kiss never kills me. Even if it was max special attack invested, which is not. Actually, why'd I say that? No. Even if it was max special attack investment, we're good. We're good. We're good. Let's go, Victor Black! This is such a... Dude, I played her fiance last week, and I'm playing her, and these are my, like, 2 phenomenal games of the season. Like, actually. Calm mind. Okay. CM last. No problem. I mean, I can just Malignant once because it won't kill, and it gets a chance to Toxic and Poison. She's not 2 KOing me. If I get the Poison, I just recover and then switch, basically. So I end up at 100%, which will always be Talonflame. In theory, anyway. In theory, it'll always be Talonflame. So she is Calm Mind defensive. Again, Malignant Chain does 1,000,000,000% here. Draining Kiss. Yep. You take that. You take the Rocky Helmet, which is important. And this can get a top. Oh, I get a nasty crit. I did not want to get the crit. I didn't want the crit. I did not want the crit, man. I did not want the crit. Live one turn? Live one turn due to Leech Seed, please? This crit's actually worse for me because now I'm putting myself in... Like, I can't... Okay, I do live one turn. Perfect. This crit's actually worse for me, though. Because I end up at a lot less HP. I end up at a lot less HP. So, yeah. Let's see if she went for Calm Mind. She did go for Calm Mind. Fair, very fair. Very fair. I would love her to snap out and go for Draining Kiss on Registeel, which does not kill me and puts me into my Custap range. So again, I was going for the Poison to bring out Reggie, so now I can go Reggie. I can go Reggie right now. I don't want this Leech Seed no more on me. At all. At all. We do not want this at all. All right. The point was just going for the 50% poison. Does she hit herself? Nice! That's what I wanted. That's literally what I wanted. That is legit what I wanted. Because what I'm in Custap Berry range now. Because of what I want to be able to do is... I don't know if me switching around here is the play. But... yeah, Draining Kiss me. That's fine. I want to be able to always explode on Talonflame. Finally, okay. Talonflame. It's max special attack investment. Modest. Modest. Just want to see how much overheat actually ends up doing. Overheat 2 Pecharunt. 211. I'm at 250. We're good. Yep, so always going you and then exploding is the play. Get my Custap Berry. I mean, I wish this mon was stronger. But exploding is the play here. Get my little Custap. I wish I got a little bit of chip on Talonflame, to be honest, but yo, the upper hand was fire. Pecharunt was, every mon on this team was insane this week. Same with hers. Except for Quag. Quag got crit, which was sad. I don't like that Pecharunt crit there, though, because, again, the poison is fine, 50%. I was going to get it before she beats me, unless it was like her fiance, who never once got poisoned on the Grident. But I would have been in an okay... I would have been in a better position to recover always at the end, and then have that 100%, so I wouldn't lose to Talonflame. That's how I feel anyway. So max special attack Talonflame to Pecharunt can only max do 211 damage. There's the Custap. This cannot kill unless... This is a 50% chance to kill. Ah, Hurricane! The miss! The miss into the boom! How much did Hurricane do to me? I was at 47. Registeel. It would need, so Hurricane does 40 to 48, with 47 being the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The 15th roll, 15th highest. So, absolute max basically would be the only way to kill me there. There is still a way to win this game, by the way. For her. There's still 100% a way to win this game. Hurricane, Confusion, into me hitting myself. That's basically how she potentially wins. She also had the Gale Wings ability, if you couldn't tell. Damn, now I didn't go for Heavy Slam earlier because I was scared. Ah, yeah, she went for it. Doesn't end up getting it. Does not end up getting it there. And I'm able to knock out Talonflame in a super, super narrow 1-0. Again, that Hurricane cannot kill me, but the off chance of critting, or the max it could do is 180 damage. On a crit, it could potentially kill me. A crit actually is, wow, it's actually like a 50% chance to crit with a kill. Let me see, let me put 251. I can tell you the exact number on a crit. 43% chance to OHKO me on a crit. And obviously the confusion there. That was an absolutely insane down to the wire game. Absolutely insane down to the wire game. Literally came down to the end. That was amazing. Please go ahead and check out Elly. Her channel link is down below. Probably the best game of the season so far. And I thought I had the best game of the season last week. I literally thought I had the best game of the season last week. This is definitely my best game of the season. And legitimate, incredible game. That every choice mattered in the entire thing. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. On my way to 500,000. Please sub to Elly. I'm going to hit her up if she's down to do an interview. And I'll see y'all in a sec. Peace. So we're here with the post-game battle. We actually had like an interview prior to the interview. We're just talking about everything. So it turns out Talonflame was not max special attack investment. So you did need a lot of confusions to do stuff. But Elly, your prep, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see
your perfect. Your prep, phenomenal. All the special attackers to kind of overwhelm me. Because I'll be honest, this guy, my switch into physical cacturn, my switch into Coolfish is Pecharunt. Like, Pecharunt does not care. That, you talk about everything. Go ahead, talk about that game. That game was crazy.
So the first mon I put on this team was Cacturn. Cacturn looked fucking sick.
Amazing.
Originally I was Terra Ground with Terra Blast for Registeel, but I was like, what the fuck switches into like Dark Pulse, especially if I'm Terra. So like, I'm just gonna do that. And hazards against you were phenomenal.
Yep.
That was how I won the majority of my mocks was getting hazards up kind of early-ish and like
stacking,
overwhelming your defense. Yeah, when I saw no boots on Registeel, I was so, like my jaw like dropped to the floor. I was like, what is bro cooking? So I was like, oh my god, can Cacturn like fucking become MVP in this game? So yeah, Cacturn was just really good. It was good against like deterring Inteleon as well if you brought it.
Yeah.
Not seeing no Inteleon in preview, by the way, I was flabbergasted. I was shook. That thing gave me, I was like, I'm so confident going into this game. Inteleon isn't a real Pokemon. Noivern's fine. Like, I got a Comfey. And then Jack brought fucking Scope Lens Aircutter and it just destroyed my
That's so funny because I always bring Scope Lens versus Jack. And the fact that he brings that versus you is so funny. You know, it's wild because on Team Preview, my thought was, okay, so here's all the threats on one team. Literally. These are like all my worst nightmares. Clawitzer and Cacturn, if it's physical, I'm gonna be real, Pecharunt walls it. I don't care. Pecharunt takes nothing from it. Like, knockoff does 39% on the heavy hit. You know? So I was like, whatever. Pecharunt can beat whatever. Like, Pecharunt can beat your entire team in theory. That's why I'm nasty plot Pecharunt.
Stupid.
Yeah, it is
so
such
stupid.
It is such a good one. I'm also faster than like, you know, Adamant Luke, or you were Modest. You weren't max anyway, but
I can't remember what I was creeping. I think I was creeping like.
This looks like.
I don't remember.
Me creeping Volcanion.
Yeah, probably something like that. Oh my god, like. It's just, I went back and forth. Originally, my game plan was lead Sash Lucario and click Dragon Pulse.
That's nice.
Yeah, I had Dragon Pulse on this over Vacuum Wave. And I was like, lead Lucario and break. But then I saw Golurk's matchup. I was like, you know what? He's got Regieleki. I have to bring Golurk. It's also like incredible against your team.
Oh,
and I was like,
broken.
I was like, what switches on your team? What switches into like a like? I thought you'd bring like no item Heracross to switch into Golurk.
Oh, that's actually not a good idea. I'm gonna keep that in the back. It's a good idea.
But yeah,
I felt safe, by the way. So when I brought up Cloth, when I brought up Cloth on Stone Edge, I was like, no, it's not Ice Punch. Crap, I'm about to die to Poltergeist. So I started like, you know, saying sorry to Cloth and be like, yo, you'll do better next time, Grape Juice. It's okay, and all that stuff. But
listen,
then
man,
rocks. But look,
yeah, I only.
To be fair,
I only said that.
To be fair,
go,
though,
no, you go.
Yeah, my bad to cut you off. To be fair, you were absolutely right. What hazards were doing me in, you were absolutely right. So like, it's a trade-off that like. It's a trade-off right there.
I figured in prep, like, your breakers were either going to be Specs Noivern or Specs Rabombi, because neither of them I have switch-ins to. I was like, the ones that you're weak to rocks on, I don't think you're going to run boots on. Like, I don't think you'll run boots on, but especially because my rocker, I've got one rocker and it's Golurk.
Yep.
So I figured, you know, I feel rocks are going to be more important, and then if you turn out to be boots on Noivern, then it's way less threatening to my team. And I can deal with that better, and yada yada yada. But the real reason I clicked Stealth Rock and Claw was like, let's let him get a kill. Let him get a kill, you know.
That's so disrespectful. I went AV because I already told you, like, Volcanion like could trap me with Fire Spin plus that. So this Quagsire set, by the way, one of my favorite Quagsire sets I think so far, because I think using Quag to try and beat everything is stupid, but if I can Encore lock you into a resisted move or a move that any of these guys can take, it felt a lot better, you know? Like, I'm loving Encore. Encore's such a beautiful buff for this month.
Encore is a fantastic move, and like I knew I had Power Herb Solar Beam Volcanion on my build until last minute, because I was like, he can just go fucking... One, he can go Noivern, like it's a free Noivern every turn, and that's a problem for my team. He can't switch. I was like, well, he can't switch Noivern on Clawitzer because he's just gonna fucking die. So I swapped it out for Clawitzer last second. But yeah, Volcanion was Power Herb Solar Beam, and I had sub on there. And my thought process also was like, he's gonna scout for it. He's gonna either have like Protect, or he's just gonna go hard Registeel the first time I bring in Quagsire. Like in on Quagsire, because like, why would you go into Volcanion on a Quagsire unless you have Solar Beam? You know, literally. Yeah. So I was like, there's gonna be some kind of way for like he's gonna see that. So I'd rather bring Clowitzer, and I'm glad I did because Clowitzer actually clicked it clicked the move this time. It didn't just die.
I actually got to click a move, which is beautiful. Yeah, I went max attack, max special defense Reggie because I live modest specs or sphere, and it puts me always in cust-up range. I live a modest fire blast, non-specs, and you saw I live overheat, obviously, and options like that too. So that's why I ended up going this. Originally, I had Rock Slide over Stealth Rock because I was going back and forth between like AV as well and this, but I was like, AV sucks. Like I can't do anything. Yeah. Also, Heavy Slam is like such a weird trade-off into you because it's why is Cacturn not taking any damage from Heavy Slam, but also obviously Golurk as well. But then,
like, I was doing calcs. I was like, Registeel isn't a real Pokemon. Like, he can't kill me with anything. But yeah, no, I don't know. I get it though. Like, I get having issues with like full move syndrome on this one.
Literally. I really like that you brought both of these, but I think and they're all special, which is such a smart bring because I mean they're all physical. Comfy just does not care. I love the Talonflame. I loved how crazy you went in Spadef, by the way. I'm assuming tank hits from Noivern, tank hits from Rabombi, which makes sense. Yeah, that's what you're fearing. We were literally talking about it in the P4G chat before, like, because we were talking about like nerves and stuff and like what you do. I said the nerves go away when you don't see that mon that you prep like crazy for because you don't got to worry about it in the game. But then chat, they were all saying that like, but then all my prep goes to waste and I'm not ready for something else. So that's a trade-off right there. But I really did love your team a lot. You. I thought you brought such a sick team into me. And Cacturn, beautiful. Thank you for giving Cloth a kill. Go Grape Juice. I had upper hand Heracross because SD Lucario is a threat if I let it set up. Basically, if Lucario's out, I have to attack it with everything, right? I have to attack it with everything. And then there's also like, especially if I play Heracross like it's Choice Scarf. Like when a Heracross goes for Stone Edge, I feel like Choice Scarf is what comes to mind initially. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get an upper hand. Like I was actually grateful that you got the chip on me earlier. I was like, nice, I'm in +2 E-speed range. So maybe she'll go for it and I can smack this one.
I like that. I love that. In the back of my mind, I thought you might be upper hand, but the worst set on Heracross that I was fearing was Spikes. Spikes fucked me up as much as they fucked you up as well. Like,
yeah, you
on
went
both
very
sides.
aggro. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, I don't have switch-ins to like half of his fucking team, so this game needs to be played fast.
This thing even 2 KO me with your EV spread on my Quagsire bulk? Hold on. That's Oris. You're 156, right? Let me see. I'm assuming you always do a KO with that EV spread. Man, I had a chance to get a spike up.
Yeah,
I would have defaulted anyway. To be fair.
In the recording when I crit you, I was like, man, I'm so sorry because like if he's Spadef, like that should never 2-hit KO.
Well, 34% is still like at the end of the day, it's still Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what it hurt when the crit is that I have to calc a crit and specs, and then I'm like, no, wait, she's not modest. Wait, is it timid? Oh, maybe it's absolute max roll. I hate.
Listen, man, you gotta optimize your EV spreads.
hey, I did. What are you talking about? I got 2v2, 232, 2v2.
Yeah, the investment on Clotzer, by the way, was so I lived a Jolly Guts CC from Heracross.
Very smart. Yeah, very smart. That investment actually went a long way in living Heavy Slam as well from Registeel because it does about like 30 to 34 to regular, and you took that like a champ, like a champ on switching. That was I really think you did phenomenal prep and into my team. Like that was the fact that the game literally came down to Hurricane basically confusion on everything. Like obviously Registeel and then hitting himself and then Pecharunt 2 is insane. Like, that was just nasty. And you were combining up to get the get this guy back in at the end.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Very fair.
But yeah, it was a really tough end game. When I saw how little damage that overheat did, I went through the 7 stages of grief, man. Like that, I was so depressed. I was like, "There's no way I can win this game, bro. There's no way."
Meanwhile,
And,
I'm calcing max special attack modest and thinking, no, I have to heal. I have to get Pecharunt on a double and heal. It's the only way I can win this game.
I was gonna say, if you recovered, it's Jova. Like, literally, it's Jova.
I think you're the only person. Maybe there was a turn like that versus Jack, and I can't think of anything, but my timer multiple times got down to like 0. Like 4 seconds type of thing. I think that's that's how intense of a game that was.
I had a few turns where it went like the 10-9-8, like countdown. I was like, oh shit, I better click a button. And I clicked a button, I registered it. And you still hadn't clicked a button. I was like, oh my god, I got Joey sweating.
I never don't. I never not. That's what happens when you get a crit and you have no idea how to calc that stuff.
Oh my god, though. What a game. What an actual...
That was amazing. Tell the people
really
stuff. Tell them about your content. I told them straight up, you're hilarious, so...
Oh yeah, no, I am. I'm the goat. No, sorry, no, sorry, that was really insufferable.
No, who cares? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've been uploading drafts content on and off for like the last decade.
You were around during my time too, back in the day too. Not on this account, but you were.
Yep, I was. Real OGs know. Real OGs know.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's me. Oh, the based Elly. Whoop. My god. But yeah. These days we're kind of washed, but you know, giving Joey a 1-0 game, you know, maybe I'm not as washed as I thought.
I think you did great. I think your prep was great, and honestly, that game could have legitimately went either way. Like literally, the only turn you could argue about was rocks versus no rocks, but like you said, rocks were killer in this game the entire time.
Oh
too.
hell yeah!
And
hell yeah!
That was so. That was such a. I'm sorry. Like that was. I know, guys in the interview. I'm just saying that was a good game. It really was.
It was. Like
you guys enjoyed that game.
Yeah, like I can't wait for you to listen to my commentary of this game, because there are several times where I got out of my seat and I like ran out my office because like I couldn't deal with it. I was so
I'd definitely be closing my eyes sometimes when I go for moves that can miss, and then like a very crucial turn. Like had I clicked Hurricane ever in this, I was closing my eyes always. This mom, by the way, Chris.
Oh my god.
He just have to pronounce it that way, but is extremely threatening into your team. But like clicking this move is so, as you know, clicking this move is so hard when it's not like a guaranteed kill. Like when
Feast or famine, baby.
Yeah.
It's so I don't know. It's Noivern kind of on fraud to watch this game.
hey, the defog though won me the game.
It came in clutch. It did win you the game. And
the first goaler gave me information. Like I couldn't ask for more, I guess, in that regard.
Oh, Frisk is so good.
Frisk is broken in draft. It's actually broken.
It is the best ability in draft league.
It just invalidates. I don't want to say invalidates prep, but like if you had Frisk on my Custap berry, or you knew that, you know, that's probably the only one to be honest. But if you have Frisk on a Custap berry, like goes a long way. That goes a long way for sure.
Oh my god, my heart has finally calmed down. I can finally like formulate sentences clearly in my brain. Man.
That was a good game. It's a good game.
It was. I think honestly that is one of the best games that that I've played, but like that I've faced. Like there is obviously some turns that I could have done differently, but like in terms of like actually playing the game and the result that we had, and like it was just fun. It was it was highly competitive. It was it could have gone down. It went down to the wire.
Yeah, it literally could have gone either way. Like it wasn't. You didn't know if you won until the end of it. Like that's. And I same thing I told Jack last week. Like the game we had last week versus Jack, and then this game. It's like these could be literal. For me, they could be like finals, like games.
Yeah.
And it would be like a finals that I'd be satisfied winning or losing, type of thing. Like, you know, nobody wants to lose when you get to finals, but like this type of game is like, yo, you know what? At the end of the day,
I'm happy to go out
like that. I'm happy to go out that. Exactly. Perfect. I think I said it better. I'm happy to go out that way, for sure. Thank you also for accommodating with my my schedule this week. I
No,
appreciate
no, it's okay. Like, listen, last time we played was in PPL, and I think you, like, 3-0'd me, 4-0'd me. And this game was a much better showing, like, from my own, like, prep and standpoint, and hopefully it makes people think, oh, actually, shit, she's, you know, she's a good player. Like, if she can, like, bring Joe, like, make him panic, like, one of the best fucking players of all time, like,
you don't
make
gotta go
him
that far with me. I don't think that's true, but
listen, man, your record speaks for itself, man. All right, you've been tearing up the Wi-Fi scene, and you've only just started.
Again, started again is different. Like, I think only just started is a little rough. I mean, today's actually, as you're battling, I think my 14-year channel anniversary.
Damn, sure. Congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a long time playing some Pokemon.
It is a long time.
No, I appreciate it. I like I said, for those watching, I know I'm just hyping it up, but it was such a good game. But this prep is phenomenal because it really takes advantage of the weakness to her team specifically. Because her team has powerful like, if anybody can dump a Specs on a Mon, I'll tank a hit and be whatever. But when you dump a Specs on a Terramon, that's why I love her Terra Captains, by the way. My favorite Terra Captains are ones that have no switch-ins, Clobitzer and Cacturn, or ones that are amazing defensively, right? That's like those are two goats of Terra Captains. And this take advantage of everything because, yeah, I have special walls, and but this just opens up such a way for it, and like it doesn't allow any Mon. Like the only Mon on this team that's weak to Pecharunt is Comfey, and Pecharunt gets leech seeded upon switching, and you can switch into a Lucario to tank a hit, and then Psychic down to wear it down for these guys. So like I again, phenomenal prep. It was a great game. I do hope people go and check out your site. I'll probably be watching this also on the watch together, because when I have a game like this, I gotta watch it on the watch together. Like I gotta see your side and like see
oh my god,
like real time and everything. So it was a great game. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people before we?
I just want to say, if you guys go over to my channel, watch my side of this battle. Just a warning, I don't think I've ever peaked my microphone more than I ever have in this one recording. So just listen, just take that how you will, okay? I'm not responsible for any hearing loss or any heart attacks that might occur. But yeah, no, I appreciate the kind word. It honestly, it means a lot to me. Like, when you have fucking certain people yapping that you're like a bad player and you're insufferable and you're all this kind of stuff, like it can get to you. So when you hear someone that you really respect and admire and look up to say like good things, like genuine, like you're not just like saying shit to be nice, like you genuinely mean it, like it means a lot. So yeah, it means more than you can ever know. So thank you. And yeah. Not to get emotional or cringe or anything.
That's cool. Cool. The floor is yours. You can say whatever you want. I appreciate it as well. I definitely mean exactly what I said as well, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of this league. If games keep being like this, it's probably gonna be one of the greatest draft leagues I ever played in, like type of thing. If games are like this every single week, instead of 2 weeks back to back, it's been crazy. But we're gonna end it on that. Please check out Elly. Her channel link is down below, and we will see you guys in the next battle. I have so many mons I have to think about who is going in the thumbnail. It might have to be Pecharunt.
Oh my god, everything. You gotta put Cloth in the thumbnail. Who you gotta kill, bro?
No. I put Cloth in the thumbnail. If I ever get an Anger Shell sweep, I put Cloth in the thumbnail. That's it. Well, check out Elly, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.